here is Nicole Wallace responding to Joe Biden's speech yesterday, and we're gonna respond to her estimate of what the American people think about what's going on. But here is what she had to say.
I'm gonna say two things, and both hard to say, but I'll say them anyway because here we are. 95% of the American people will agree with everything he just said. 95% of the press covering this White House will disagree. And for an American president to finally be completely aligned with such an overwhelming majority of what the American people think about Afghanistan is probably a tremendous relief to the American people. He also went a long way toward really fleshing out a Biden doctrine. And there are questions about whether he can achieve what he set out, but there is no equivocation. There is no lack of confidence that this is the right decision. And what he has going for him is a vast majority of Americans in both political parties.
That seems mostly true. That I think more than 90% of the American public are not interested. Obviously there are some people who are CEOs of defense contractors. They want us to be there forever, but I don't think there are many people like that. That said, I feel like a lot of the conversation, as we will get to after our first break, is going to rapidly turn on refugees, the entire getting out of Afghanistan part, which, as you point out, is getting out on the ground, not fully. We're still gonna have the ability to project power and all that. What did you think about what she had to say?
My first takeaway was I'm tired of Bush admin veterans telling me what to think about Afghanistan. I mean, this is Bush's former communications director, and look around, they're everywhere. You got Bill Kristols, you got David Frums, you got Nicole Wallace. They're all doing fine. Architects, salespeople for this war that wasted trillions of dollars and hundreds of thousands of people are now dead are doing fine. And here, just juxtapose her in a cushy air-conditioned TV studio with the people who are the victims of policies and US positions and foreign policies that she sold to the media for years, are now desperate for help, and she's just capitulating and throwing support behind another president who helped sell it as well.
So your prediction would be that she's not going to be advocating for massive refugee resettlement?
I mean, maybe a slight amount. I think they'll. I think there's a couple people, even Tom Cotton was like, if you need help, call my office. That's the least you can do. The bar is underground. It's so easy to clear on that one. I think a greater amount, I think proportionally, the bare minimum should be 170, 180,000 refugees here alone. If we looked at what even Canada is doing at the same rate in our participation, that's the rough estimate. I don't expect a full-throated support of that amount from her. And I think people in the Afghan community, activists, organizers, were upset by his speech. There was a line yesterday, he said that the Afghan government fell because the military didn't have the will to fight. That's not true. 70 Afghan soldiers died for every one American soldier that died. This idea that they don't have the will to fight is ludicrous. They had support, but also the Taliban, came across weapons stores that we left behind and they quickly looted and added to their arsenal. So they're fighting against US firepower as well. It was sloppy, it was haphazard, and they certainly had the will to fight. They don't have the US military behind them now.
It's that knee-jerk thing that most countries probably would have to do, but certainly the US has to do, which is, we didn't really lose. There was some other explanation. It was probably someone else was cowardly, I guess. Okay, whatever, man. If that makes you feel better about it. Unfortunately, that also probably helps grease the path towards the next interminable war. So be on the lookout for that. For more political news, breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/The Damage Report. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.